A slice of Don't Give a Fuck by Shazia Ashraf. Farah is surrounded by mess. Clothes, shoes everywhere, the chairs fallen over. She moves around and steps over items without looking. Clearly an organised mess and familiar surroundings.
Yeah, I can eat meat, as long as it's halal. Nah, not the same as vegetarians. They don't eat fish or tuna. Definitely not like vegans. What, have milk, cheese, eggs. No, was just saying items I can have. Was basically explaining. Yeah, I know how a food donation works, but yes, like vegetarian. No, actually, more like the Jewish. No bacon. Yeah, that's right. Yes, we can eat meat. Like I said, as long as it's halal. The same way Jewish people only have kosher. We donated kosher. Yeah, I think Muslims can have kosher, but Jewish people can't have halal. Look. I'm sorry, you're getting confused. Let's just stick to vegetarian. Look, Belinda, the Jewish people in my city come under other Islamic census. Yet you automatically know more about their dietary requirements than the second largest religious group in your city. Of course you do, Belinda. Of course you do. I didn't specify the first times and ended up having to give away half of it. Then when I did explain it, I ended up with beans and pasta only, and yet some unsuitable still managed to sink into the box. And then I explained again, and I've recently been informed that in a 6-month period, we're only allowed 6 deliveries. Yes, I want to have bags of various items, from drinks to treats and spreads and stuff like that. Like I got the first time, minus the meat. It just replaced meat with tuna or beans or eggs or lentils. I don't want another month of struggling. Don't want to drown down and bulk up with cheap veg or water before sitting over a few meals. Look, feel like I'm being proper rude and ungrateful for my request of no item containing gelatin or nothing soaked in cider, but I'm not sure I can be so pathetically polite anymore.
She flips a coin. Is disappointed. Scene 2. Getting over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Muppet Show!
My head, my heart, my thought, my body are not great at coordinating. One says one thing, that one says the other, while this one's on a tangent and that one slammed the door of us saying, they never asked to be born. So it's safe to say that we're fighting internally. Each one of them having a moment of leadership. I'm currently, majorly, manically, could murder someone right now. Everything seems to be piling on top of me, and I'm drowning. you ever wanted to get hold of someone's head and with every inch of strength and hate and anger in your body, bang their head against a brick wall continuously until they don't bleed profusely? Bleed them, very conscious. Skin peels off. Maybe an eye popping out and a broken nose. Deform them into the beast they are inside and display him for the world to see. No? Just me then. Sometimes I worry that this doesn't worry me when I imagine it to be certain people. I even drool a little bit when I think about it. Obviously, I tell the therapist. I'm concerned that I'm having these thoughts. He professionally and gently tells me my empathy means I'm a good person. Hurrah! But then he goes on to tell me how a certain group or type of people with OCD have pedo tendencies, which isn't helpful to me. Well, firstly, because I Google the shit out of everything after each session, and I don't want to use the very lack of energy I already have on OCD, especially when I'm the complete opposite. But piles of crap and disorder make me feel safe and at home. But secondly, I do not want to be punching paedophile habits and traits into my search engine. Thirdly, I have a low concentration level. I'm sure he was telling me for a reason. It took me a week to work out what he was saying. That people with certain disorders have certain tendencies. PTSD means flashbacks and distress. Frightened and crying phase is over. I'm currently in angry phase. Wanting to punch someone's lights out phase. So it's best to remain indoors. Away from people. Away from an accidental look or knock or something. Away from questions. Away from a sympathy stare. I don't know about your trauma response, but mine was to blank out. Erase that moment and but it's still there. Quiet. But there. Stuck. And squeezed. And still not moving. I lay awake, fully aware it's midnight, then 2 a.m., then 4 a.m., then 6 a.m., and then the next day has arrived. Soon enough, it's 12 p.m., and I'm in this state of not being awake, nor sleep, constantly exhausted. You know that moment you're in deep sleep and your alarm goes off? Deep in dream, but your alarm is going off. Two different states emerged into one blurry bizarreness. That's exactly what every day feels like.
Her flips the coin again. Scene through. Let's talk.
2 tea bags and 6 sugars, please. Then drop in another one for good luck. Thanks. When you look like this and request tea like that, it's difficult to camouflage into the background. No, I leave the tea bags in until that final sip of bittersweet lactive. It's good. Thank you. Diabetes runs in the family and I still haven't caught up. Might as well have something in common with them apart from a surname. Community groups, churches, gurdwaras, community centres and warm spaces within a Zone 1 bus pass are my usual target. Jesus loves me. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves us all. Even though I'm Muslim. I place my parts together and do a little bow whilst thinking I'm about to go to hell. It's for everyone. We've a wonderfully close community. Everything changing. So basically, I rotate the spaces. The plan was to talk to no one, eat as much free stuff anyone offers and leave. Like I was saying, if you look like this and West tea like that, people want to chat, help you, draw you up for groups, signpost you, be your friend. Okay, so my desire to go unnoticed wasn't accomplished straight away. Ya Allah, when I'm a billionaire, I promise to go back and donate to all these places. Please don't punish me. I'm actually looking forward to the person that I will become. In my head, she's adored and adored. Literally, I could go anywhere in my head. I could go anywhere in reality. I don't have to still be trapped.
Scene 4. Owning her future.
But
What? Oh.
No ex. Thank God. The imam, the scholars, the paddle. One of them has a torn sock. I catch one of them yawn. I look at everyone and every detail. And then I realise, not one of them look at me. Not even once. Of course they do. This is a mosque, and these are pious men. Lower your gaze, Barrow, lower your gaze. I placed my hand on the Quran. In my head, I'm thinking, does it make a difference if it's hovering, or if I just touch it with my fingertips, for the reason I may have the urge to lie? Why would I lie? Who knows? What would they ask me? Who knows? Palm firmly on the Quran, I'm willing to go to hell if I lie.
That.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I, Father of Nawaz, in the name of Allah, swear on the Quran that I shall tell the truth. Did he physically abuse you? Yes. Did he feed, clothe, and house you? No. Was he faithful? No. When did you last meet? 10 months ago. He doesn't respond. He hasn't responded. He didn't respond. And as quick and as simple as that, the Imam permits me, Akhullah, I recall seeing the endless amounts of articles about how difficult and stressful a divorce was for women in Islam. People discouraging me, apart from a fee that I really couldn't afford and a written statement and a verbal declaration. I was free. I recall getting home from the mosque, curling up and crying. Not crying for this man, but for the institute of marriage, which I wholly believed in. I was determined to respect